Good morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. Crazy Hair Thomas. So, we had another good night on the boat. This was our fourth night here in Prescott, Wisconsin. Gave us a good amount of time to get everything all cleaned up behind the toilet. Back there's a little messy. We put down the dinette, and we had the, I don't know what you would call it, dinette bed set up so we could watch TV yesterday. So that was cool. We had a nice little day. We went into Prescott and checked out stuff. We got the rest of the supplies that I would need. Anything that I overpacked, I gave her to take home. So today is the day we finally start putting some miles on the boat. Pop up here. This will be the last morning we see this spot. It's supposed to be kind of cloudy all day, maybe a little bit of rain. Hopefully that won't be too bad and too chilly. It's going to be a high of 70 today though, so we'll see if it actually gets up that high. I'm going to get up and get back in the cabin and out of the V-berth, and then we'll go from there. Good morning. So we're up after we woke up in the V-berth this morning. We're out on deck. It's about 50 degrees, so it's not too bad. Beautiful morning. We woke up, there's a bunch of people fishing over here. So this will be the last time that we're here in Prescott and in Minnesota up here. We're going to push on either Red Wing or Lake City, depending on how it goes for the day. So hopefully we'll get to Lake City. I planned Red Wing, a little past Red Wing. There's a little anchorage that I planned. But if the day goes good, might as well keep on going and get to Lake City. The farther south we get, the warmer it'll be. And I don't mind that at all. So I'll be back in a few hours once we get going. Or maybe I'll get some footage of bridge there. Be kind of cool. I got some night footage the other day, but I haven't got footage of going under there yet. So that's the plan for the day. Hey everybody, so we'll slow down. Awake. Got my pirate gear on. I started wearing these orange balaclava or do-rags when I would go back behind the house and cut firewood, because I never knew if the neighbor guy's grandsons were out hunting. Get shot. Anyway, we're gonna the drawbridge and the rail bridge here in Prescott, Wisconsin. So pretty cool. One thing that's kind of messed up is these fisher guys will come and they just park right out in front of the bridge, right in the channel where the boats go. And that's kind of messed up, but what are you gonna do? It was funny, the other night I had to run into town to get some supplies, and I went to the courtesy public dock over there, and I wanted to use my VHF radio for the first time and just make sure everything worked. So I called to the bridge and I said, "Prescott Lift Bridge, what's your clearance?" And he responded, so it was kind of cool. It was the first time I got to say SB Mellow Miles hailing Prescott Lift Bridge. So it was the first time I got to use the name of the boat on the radio. So I thought that was pretty cool. So over here we have Hastings, Minnesota. And on this side we have Prescott, Wisconsin. The other day when I was looking at the bridge by Hudson, I was reading the numbers on the side of it, and I really didn't have any idea what they meant. What they mean is the clearance of the bridge at the water level there. Every night when I've been sitting on the boat, I've been organizing stuff and then making sure that I've been doing tons of research on everything you can learn about boating on the Mississippi River, because it's a lot different than boating on a lake. So by the end of this trip, I will know everything. Well, you'll never know everything there is to know about boating. But by the end of this trip, I'll sure know. Never ever want to say you know everything about anything, because then you set yourself up to not want to learn new things. So here we go. Here's the road bridge part. And then next you have the rail bridge. And this right here is where the St. Croix River meets the Mississippi. So over there you have the courtesy dock that you can tie up to. You're not supposed to overnight. That houseboat was there when I left yesterday. They helped me cast off. Specifically that guy with the tie-dyed shirt. If you ever see this video, thank you very much for helping me cast off. I appreciate it. We are going to be joining up and heading out into the Mississippi here from the St. Croix. So I feel like now the trip has really started. People on Facebook were saying, hey, you're starting pretty late. What are you doing? I'm going to be breaking ice, but I think I'll be okay. I was watching in the Great Loop Facebook group, and there were other people that started at Lake City, not far south from where I am. I think I can get 30, 40, maybe even 50 miles a day. And if it really starts to get cold, I can always do some night runs too. There's the clock tower over there in Prescott that we got the footage of the other night when we went into town. Here's the bridge, and then here's actually the marinas for Prescott, Minnesota. I have image stabilization on, so I got to remember what it shows on the camera isn't as big of a picture as it used to. It kind of cuts off the top, bottom, and sides to take out all of the wiggle. So here we go. Right here exactly is where the St. Croix meets up with the Mississippi River in Minnesota. It's kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but there's an actual difference in the watercolor. The St. Croix here has more of a blue, and the water in the Mississippi, it looks like, has a way more brown. It's kind of cool. There's like a line, and you can just totally see where they kind of meet and mix. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Here's another boat out here. So once we get out into the brown, we'll officially be in the Mississippi, I suppose. And heading south on the mighty Mississippi. Boy, I never thought I would be out on the Mississippi with this boat. But we're doing it. I better pay attention to what I'm doing here, because there's boats everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but they're definitely around. I think they're coming into the St. Croix. I'm not sure. Keep an eye out for them here. Yep, they're getting ready to circle in. So, goodbye, Prescott, Minnesota. You were a nice town. It was nice to start up here on our journey. Oh, my planned cruising speed is between 4 and 5 miles an hour. So, not much to it, but to do it. So, I may be a dork, but I'm by myself on a sailboat, so the only entertainment I really have is talking to this camera. So in the comments below, definitely let me know if there's anything that is funny or that you want me to talk about. I'll be back. Well, we've been traveling for about an hour. The update here, the river is beautiful. Cool houses here that I thought I'd show you guys right off of the bluffs here along the river. That would be really cool. An awesome view of the river. out your window every day. It's quite the house there. The next thing we should be coming upon is the lock and dam before Red Wing. Alright everybody, so we have our first barge we're coming upon. We're going to go to the right side. It was kind of cool, it was able to pop up on our AIS with our boat beacon, and we were able to see them. And the boat in front of us hailed them and asked what side they want us to pass on, and they said right side. We made it by our first tugboat, so that didn't go bad at all. Here we got some other bigger boats. We're going to turn into their wake. I've found it's a lot easier to turn into their wake than to just try and take it to the side. That's not good or fun at all. There we go. Some of the wakes on these boats, when they break, it is just crazy. So, let's pass in our first barge. Went real easy, wasn't that hard at all. So far, so good. I was a little worried to see how it would be with their wakes and stuff. He's not going real fast, so he doesn't have a real big wake. So there's not much to worry about. But otherwise, not too bad. Here we have some more boats. The day is warming up, so people are getting more and more out on the river. Turn into this wake here. Alright, wakey wake action. Woo! Not too bad at all. After being out on Lake Mille Lacs and some of them big waves, this is nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna keep pressing on. Here we're going by Diamond Bluff in Wisconsin. Pretty cool looking thing on the river. Down here a little ways is the Naughty Hog, which is a biker bar that we used to frequent. I'm really hoping with the motor going in this video today I'm talking loud enough, but I'll try to talk louder just so you guys can hear me better. So, it's been kind of cloudy, nothing too exciting, nothing too crazy. Got my radio going. We should be coming up to the dam pretty soon here. Got a cool dock over there, and then you can dock. There's somewhere over here there's a public dock, and you can dock and then walk up to the Naughty Hog. I'm just gonna keep on heading down, try and get those miles in. Here we have the Spirit of the Waters from Turtle Lake Casino that we're gonna pass. People are out on a little cruise for that. And then over there is the Naughty Hog. So it's kind of cool to get this view of the Naughty Hog. I've never seen it from the river, but definitely cool to see. You can hear some of the bikes up there. And it's cool to see this bigger passenger ship up here. Pretty cool. Kind of cool. We're going by the Prairie Island Nuclear Power Plant. And there they have the cooling stacks letting off the steam. sure how many nuclear power plants are in Minnesota. I will look that up, and in the next video, or later this afternoon, I will come back with that information. But I thought you guys might want to see what it looks like from the river. And there's the big, I believe that's the reactor chamber. Pretty cool. Up here a little ways will be the lock and dam, and we'll get to do our first lock and dam in the boat. I'm excited. Alright, everybody out there in YouTube land, so we are at the first lock and dam. This is lock and dam number 3. There's a tugboat and a barge in there, so we gotta wait for that. And then once that's done, we'll be able to come on out, or it'll be able to come out. We'll pull up our anchor and we'll get the hell out of his way. And then we'll go from there. I think I'm going to anchor up maybe over where those boats are. They seem a little more out of the way than where I'm at. I think that's probably a better idea. So we're going to do that. Alright, so I got moved over to the other side, and we're behind the red channel markers. So then we should be good over here. It just started raining. So they said about an hour wait. We hailed them on channel 14. They said to anchor up here out of the way of the barge, so when it's done it can come through. And we'll be good to go. So I'm going to take this time to just kind of chill, check out the gas level. Eat some chicken noodle soup or Denti Moore. I also got some yesterday when Bree was here. We went to town. I got some ravioli. What else did I get? Lasagna. I got some rice sides that you add water to and boil it, but I don't want to do that just in case they all of a sudden say it's time to go. I want to make sure I have everything ready. I'm definitely liking having this bimini top. When we go back to Mille Lacs, I'm going to definitely have to have a Sail Bright one done up. It would be cool to do 2 more solar panels up there. That would be fun. Anyway, so I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to set my anchor alarm with the anchor alarm app I have. I also have boat beacon for AIS, so I was able to see there was a ship up here in the channel, and like when we passed the Spirit of the Waters, that's how I knew it was the Spirit of the Waters. I just looked on my AIS, and any of the commercial ships, they all have them. So we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, the barge is clear. So we're going to head on up into the lock and dam here. That power boat is pretty close. When we called the dam, they said make sure you're out of the way of any of the guy when he comes out. Yes, that must be the tops of the barges that they got pulled back. And that's how they load them. So empty barges and a few full ones. Hopefully it won't be too long, and then we'll be able to do our first lock and dam, and we'll see how that goes. Kind of cool having the swing keel on the sailboat. You can hear like a high-pitched whine that comes up through it when you have some propellers that are really making power. we're going real fast. What is that called? Cavitating? So, second barge of the Mississippi will be passing here. And then we'll head on in to the lock and dam. Should be out of his way where we're at. Can't see with the Pepin there. Our view from the cabin. Alright, so let's head on over to the lock and dam. Like the other boats are headed in, so we might as well as too. So, here we go. Cut it real close next to the water. So, pretty cool. Ingram barge company. Watch out for the leak here. Don't want to go over there and fall off. You want to go into the lock over here. So that's where we're headed. Tree. So I believe all we have to do is pull in, and then we get to the side, and I should be able to stand in the middle of the boat there and grab one of the ropes, and hopefully we'll be good to go. That's the plan anyway. See how it goes. Let's get up here. Alright. Here we go. See how this goes. Doors are shutting. Overall, wasn't too bad. We just had to grab 2 ropes they threw us, one in the front, one in the back. I have 3 bumpers out there, so it worked not bad at all for my first lock and dam. So now we'll see how the going up goes, and there'll be many more of these, I'm sure. I think there's 50 something of them. So by the end of the part of the Mississippi, we'll be sick of these, but we'll be experts of them when we come back in the Erie Canal. So that's it. I'm gonna raise on up and I'll be back when we head on out. Alright everybody, that wasn't bad at all. Pretty easy. So now we continue on our journey. That was Lock and Dam number 3. Those people went through it on a jet ski. One thing I should have out is a boat hook, but I can't get to it. It's down in there, and with the wood A-frame, I can't get in there. Mess up on my part, but we'll make do. Once we get down to Alton, Illinois, we'll be able to get the mast up and do the A-frame, get rid of it. And what my plan is I'm going to connect them between these two rails, and then I'll be able to put the water bottles out there and up against them. At least that's the plan. So now we continue on with our journey. Alright everybody, we are getting to Red Wing, Minnesota. There's a harbor there where you can get gas, but we're going to keep on pushing down to Lake City. I don't know what this mill is or whatever, but it makes this town smell not very good. I'm going to have to admit. It smells like burnt whatever it is making. So that's our update. We're just going to push on past Red Wing here, and then I'll be back before I anchor, hopefully by Lake City. Alright, so now we're a little closer here in Red Wing. They have a cruise ship up here. I'm not sure of the name of this ship. See it on the side. No, we cannot. Alright, I came back. I checked the AIS. It's American Symphony, the name of this ship. Kind of cool. It's one that goes out of Red Wing, and then you can take it around on the Mississippi. Over here, they're loading some barges up. So, pretty cool little town. They got these bluffs and stuff. I believe one of them, at least when I used to come in on a motorcycle, is kids would go up and spray paint on it, like different symbols and stuff. It was always really, really cool. So, that is Red Wing, Minnesota. Well, we're getting a little rain now. I'm definitely glad I put up this bimini thing, or tarp, to make a type of bimini. Otherwise, this might be a little bit miserable, being soggy and chilly. Once the sun went down today, it got a little bit chilly. But sit back here. It's nice and warm. I might end up going and throwing on a little beanie. Get my head ears warm. I'm not sure yet. See me coming back with a hat. I got one. If not, it was warm enough. Barges parked along the way. So continue on to Lake City. Here we are, a little bit south of Red Wing, and the cliffs kind of opened up, and it was real open, and it looked really beautiful. I thought I'd share with you guys. Looking good. We got about another probably 6 or 7 miles to go. I ended up going with the beanie. It's a little chilly with the rain off and on now. So probably about another hour and 10 minutes till we anchor, and then that'll be it for the day. It's kind of cool here at this point. There's 2 big trees out here floating. Someone went and they put an American flag on one. It's kind of cool. There must be some fish or something over there because the seagulls are going crazy. It's really cool to see the American waterways, the Mississippi, and everything that they have out here. Stuff that you never get to see in your normal everyday life. Alright, I believe this is the opening up and start of Lake Pepin. Mississippi pool number 4. I thought it was called Lake Pepin, but maybe Lake Pepin's a little farther down. I am not positive, but definitely amazing looking. Yep, it's Lake Pepin. It is Lake Pepin. I stopped the video and then I went and Googled it. I was pretty sure it was, but I wanted to make sure so I don't end up saying something and then people in the comments are like, he has no idea what he is talking about. So I always want to be careful when I say things. I really wish I had the mast up. When I was a kid, my dad always said it would be really cool to sail on Lake Pepin. We have a headwind anyway today, so it wouldn't have worked very well. Not at least in the way we want to go. Alright, so we got our lights on up there on the pulpit. We got our rear light on up here behind me. See it? We got about 2 more miles to our anchor point for the night. I thought I'd share with you guys what it looks like today on Lake Pepin. What it looks like when the sun is setting on a rainy day. So, shouldn't be more than maybe 10 minutes till we get to anchor. Kind of up and around that point there. I'll go around it and head in. Well, that's it for the day. I ended up having to put on my jacket and hat at the end of the day. Once the sun went down, it got pretty cold. Sun has went down on Lake Pepin. That Symphony of America, or American Symphony, the big cruise ship, is actually kind of coming behind me here. So that's kind of cool. So it was a good day. We got about 40 miles almost. So that's not bad at all. We didn't use much gas at all. We used maybe four gallons. So we're getting about 10 miles a gallon. So that's pretty good. I had no idea what it would be online with some of the bigger boats. They go through like a gallon a mile. So I wish I'd get a little better gas mileage, but I'm not complaining. So everything's at anchor. I'm gonna head on down here and have something to eat. I've got some Doritos and all sorts of other stuff here. If you don't have the flash on, you can't turn it on once the video is going, so I couldn't turn on the flash there. But I'm probably gonna have some either Captain Crunch or I'm gonna boil up some chicken rice. I'm not sure yet which one I'm gonna go with. So if you guys have any questions about anything today, leave them in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us out. I'll see you guys later.